Hello, my butterfly beauties, and welcome if you are new. My name is Charlen, and on this channel, we focus on everything BFL, beauty, fragrance, and lifestyle. So if you like my style, why don't you subscribe and you stay a while. In today's video, we are still getting things coming in from the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales, all the deals that was going on. So I got some things from the Ipsy shop, from Amazon, from Ulta, and I think that's everything in today's haul to share with you. So if you want to see the items that I picked up from those places, then just stay tuned. All right, so this is affordable options, especially for perfumes. So if you are looking for some affordable perfume options in your collection, that's what some of these are in this haul. Things I picked up from Amazon, like I said, and from Ulta. I shared my last perfume haul with you of items I got from Ulta and Sephora that was more of the higher end designer type fragrances that I was able to score some great deals on, or else I wouldn't have gotten them. I am cheap when it comes to that kind of stuff, so I have to get a good deal on it for me to purchase it. But these are some other affordable options that are out there that is on Amazon or in Ulta that you can grab that is very good. So with that being said, let me just talk about a couple of things real quick that I want to get out the way first. This is something I got from Ulta. A friend of mine put me on to this. So every time I get low on one, I end up buying another one. Because you can't buy too many of these at the same time. I think they limit you 3 at a time or something like that. At least the last time I checked. But this is Nail A Keratin 3-day growth. It has keratin amino acids. You put it on your nails. It's a keratin nail thing that you put on your nails to help it to keep from breaking. Because I have this problem with my nails where you can see them. They'll get long, and they'll get so long, and then they'll just break off, and they don't break off just a little bit. They'll break all the way off to the nub. So to help prevent that from happening, I have had it less happen when I keep this on my nails. But this says it stops peeling and chipping, grows longer nails in 3 days, instant gloss, ultra hard shield, results start day 1. I can have a testimony to this working very, very good. My nails love this when it's on it. I need to reapply. Do I have the other one up here? Because I was running low on it and I might have moved it. I think I moved it. But I normally keep it up here on my vanity area. But anyways, love this. So since it was in my package, because I reordered it, I'm sharing it with you guys. You know, don't need to gatekeep the good stuff. So this is a very good for your nails. So if you're looking for something to help your own nails and not just put something on top of your nails, this. So one of the other things that I picked up from Amazon was this. I got a couple of other ones coming. They haven't made it. I am wanting to take, and I talked about it, I think, in my dual brand haul. I am wanting to take some of my favorite duos, like for example, Hey Sweetie. I love that fragrance, so I got an extra one of it. But any of the fragrances like that, like for example, my husband loves that hashtag Fierce Tar from the dual brand. We can take it and put the smaller bottles, because those are 1 fluid ounce bottles, and take, you know, you can take 3 of those pretty much, just about, and put it in just one bottle. So you're not having a bunch of smaller bottles, and then you have something that, and you can take those, the logo, the label that they put on the other fragrance. I think they peel off pretty good. and you can stick it on your bottle and you just have one bigger bottle of the actual fragrance. So I want to do that with a couple of my fragrances that I have like smaller bottles of, that I may have, like I said, a couple of them, or would like to get more of them and just have them in a bigger bottle. So I got these. They come with a thing to help. It's a little set. They help you to put the liquid into the bottle. So I'm gonna figure that out and do that with some of those bottles. But that is, this set is one that has, they said, this one was a clear one with, I think, a silver thing. Yeah. Let me take this label. So this one has the silver on it. They have one that has a gold on it, and then they have one that is a solid black bottle. And I ordered all 3 versions of it. So this is the first set that comes in. So this is with the plastic off of it. So I thought these were super sleek looking bottles that will look good on your vanity or anywhere. So that's why I got this one to do that. I thought about getting like the 100 Luxe from the Dua brand, but I don't like the label they're putting on those right now. I'm hoping that they reconsider how they do that. So I'm kind of holding off on getting any of those 100 ml bottles until they figure that part out. Because I know it's been quite other people that's been discussing that in the comments, how they don't like the fact that it's handwritten on and the aesthetic of it. And I have to agree with that. I don't love that aesthetic either. And one side of me say I get why they're doing it, and the other side of me is like, but I don't like it. But I don't like it. It don't look good sitting on your, at least it doesn't look good from my viewpoint. I don't have one in my hand so that I can actually look at. But from the pictures I've seen of it, I don't like the aesthetic of it. But I like the fact that they're making them in the 100 ml options for ones to buy instead of just the 1 fluid ounce. But I digress. So the other things I got from Amazon was, this is one of the affordable perfumes. Do any one of you remember this fragrance? Yes. This is a fragrance for the men, folks. That is the Curve. I remember when my hubby and I were dating, he wore this quite often. I can't smell it in here. And they had this on such a great deal, it was ridiculous. For this huge bottle, you see this huge bottle? What size does it say is on here? A 200 ml, 6.8 fluid ounce. 6.8 fluid ounce. And this, I think it was under 30 bucks. It was super, super, super cheap on Amazon. I couldn't pass it up just for the nostalgic reason of it. So he'll see this, he'll get the cologne before he sees the video. So but yeah, I was super shocked to get this for the deal I got it in a 6.8 fluid ounce. You can't beat that with a stick. So that's a surprise for him, just for pure nostalgic reasons. We'll see if he still loves the scent. Another thing that I saw on Amazon that really got my curiosity going was this Jahara. This is a EDP 300 ml 3.3 fluid ounce perfume. I have never heard of this brand, but when I was looking up other fragrances, this one, as you're scrolling, it starts showing you other things you may be interested in on the site. So this one says, experience the enchanting treat of sweet dates, because this is called Sweet Dates. And if you got that, is it Camera, Quawa, and the Camera? I believe they both have dates in it, or one says dried fruits and the other one says dates, whatever. But it smells gorgeous in those fragrances. So this one says Sweet Dates. But it says on the back, experience the enchanting treat of sweet dates. It opens with the sweetness of vanilla notes, offering a pure bliss. At its heart, the delicious date accord adds an exotic richness familiar with Arab sweetness, while the base of caramelized amber accord provides a luxurious velvety warmth. So yeah, it's talking about dates, vanilla, and amber. And this was another one that was super affordable. I mean, super affordable. So for a whole 100 ml fragrance, this is hitting on all the notes that's very good for this time of year. You got some sweet dates, some vanilla, some amber that adds a little warmth to the sweetness. So I'm super curious about this fragrance as well. So we'll be following up on this one very, very soon. So stay tuned to the channel for that. And this next one, if you saw my perfume haul from Ulta and Sephora, you would have heard me say how I'm planning on redoing my room, right? I want to redo my room, and I want to have background displaying some of my more beautiful fragrances. Like, I love the aesthetic, not only just the juice inside, but I actually love the bottles as well. I want to add some of that behind me. And I end up buying that Carolina Herrera, the Good Girl Botastic fragrance on a great deal. I want to add all my heels, but if you know from that Urban, was it Urban? Yeah, Urban collection, you would know that I already got like 1 or 2 other fragrances from that dupe house, because they do the Carolina Herrera fragrances, the shoe and all. So I'm going to mix the two up with the shoes, the high heels on display. So this one is their version of Bad Girl Blush. So, yeah. So we know what this one is trying to do, right? Bad Girl Blush. So do they have the notes on here for this one? Because I don't think they do. But either way, we're going to discuss it in another video. But that's what this one is. I was quite impressed with a couple of the fragrances from the Urban collection. I have purchased several of their fragrances and have been impressed by several of them. So I'm sure this is not going to be any exception. Hence why I went ahead and got this one as well. But we're talking about all these things had to be under $40 or $30 for me to get it. Because I don't get any of those other fragrances. Like, it has to be like, if it's going over the $30 mark, I got to like really want it. Like really want it. So unless it's a designer fragrance that's normally more, that they got it under $100, then that'll perk my interest. So I have my criteria of what I go by from what would I get for, you know, for the dupe houses, what I'm willing to pay. And also from the designer and niche and luxury houses, what I'm willing to pay. Because I'm balanced with it all. I still love the originals. Like, I have my House of Sillage fragrances. I have my Guerlain fragrances, the Gucci, the Armani's, you know, all the different types of houses, the Victor and Rolf, and, you know, Carolina Herrera. I have Marc Jacobs. I have a lot of the different fragrance houses, Valentino. But I also love me a good celebrity perfume. I love my good dupe the whole mixture of it all. The name does not matter to me. It's about the juice inside, the quality of the juice, the longevity of the juice. If I'm going to be able to smell it, I want to smell it. And if it's a perfume, I want to smell it longer than 6 hours. If it's a body mist, I want to smell it at least 2 to 3 hours. So I have my criterias of what will come in my collection, what will stay in my collection. With all that being said, this was part of the, I got this because the brand itself has already impressed me with a few of the fragrances I already bought from them. But I also want the aesthetic of the actual perfume itself in here, the bottle, because I want to display it with my other ones. Not saying I won't use the juice, because I still will use it. We're not just buying something to sit there and look pretty, but I want the aesthetic of the bottle as well. So this was kind of like a perfume purchase / decoration purchase as well, if you know what I mean. All right, so the couple of things I got from Ipsy is they was having some crazy sales on there. They have a lot of brands on there though that I'm not interested in. But they do have a lot of brands on there I am interested in. They may just not always have what I want to get at the time. But Origins, this Checks and Balances frothy face wash. I love this face wash, so I went ahead and got a couple of more of these because they was having such a great deal on them that I went ahead and picked up backups of this because I know I love this. So got that. This Mud Masky Serum Infused Moisturizer. This is an anti-aging, hydrating, soothing, nourishing, purifying. This is a brand that's from France. The Mud Masky is an excellent brand. I love a lot of their items. So this is one of their moisturizers. So I went ahead and got one of those. The Yummy Skin from Danessa Myricks. This is one of her awesome lines that she's created. Her Yummy line is awesome. But this is her Lift and Flex Concealer. I said if I like a concealer, I may like it from Danessa. So this is the one that's in 14 Golden. So we're going to see what I think about this. And you guys, I've talked about it on one of the other videos, and I'm prepping myself for my new year on YouTube. And one of the things I'm thinking about doing is a weekly Shop My Stash, because I'm finishing up my project planning this month for the year that I started in January of a project planning where I picked several items from my makeup collection that I wanted to use throughout the year, like use it down or use it up. So I'm going to wrap that video up, but instead of doing a new video, new project for the whole year, I'm thinking about just doing weekly Shop My Stash videos, where that way I'm making sure I'm circulating through things in my collection, because I'm finding that I'm using the same things over and over and over again that's right here in front of me, versus making sure that I'm using other things in my collection. Like I can think of several palettes that I have not touched this whole year, and that should be a sin because they are excellent palettes. And I still need to show you guys the rest of my palette collection because I haven't even done that yet. I was going through showing it with you guys, watching the palettes, telling you what I thought about the palettes, but I never touched any of my Pat McGrath collection, none of my Natasha Denona collection. I think, did I do my Danessa Myricks collection? I don't think I did Danessa Myricks either. It's several palettes in my collection that I never did get a chance to show you guys. So I still need to show you that. I don't know if I'm going to swatch all of those, because that probably was another reason why I ain't got around to it yet, because I have the majority of my palettes is those brands. So I digress. It's just things that's coming up in my mind that I want to do for the channel. So make sure you're sharing your thoughts of what you would like to see. But I've mentioned before, I'm not a big concealer user. But sometimes I need some concealer. Most times I don't. I can get away with not having concealer. But I'm not getting any younger, one. And two, sometimes you need a little help. So this Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Concealer is one. It says it's a lifting, smoothing, and correcting concealer. So I was interested in that, so that's why I picked that up. And from the Huda Beauty line, her Glowish. And I got this in the shade Deep. This is a luminous pressed powder. So let's see here. Will this let me open it up easily, or do I gotta fight with it? Oh, it's coming out. Here you go. So this is what that looks like. So that's that. So this is, like I said, it's in the shade 11 Deep. It says it's a luminous pressed powder, and this is made in Italy. Okay. So Italy. So we got something for France. We got something from Italy over here. Where's Origins made? Made in the US of A. And where's Danessa made? That's why I'm at it. Says design in the USA, made in China. It's the Danessa Myers one. All right. So, not that any of that matters. I just was curious. All right. So let's get to the items. The other items from Ulta. I still got some other items from Ulta I need to share with you guys too. But these are all my affordable perfume options that I did pick up. And this all was part of that other order. I forgot to share with you guys that it came with a free robe as well. So, got a robe with that purchase. They was doing the free robes or free throws with the perfume purchases. So one of the brands that I did end up getting, and they got them all in these little bags, was Le Monde Gourmand. The Le Monde Gourmand brand, because I went on the Le Monde Gourmand site as well, because if you heard me, it was one of my empties this past year. I fell in love with one of the travel sprays because it was part of the discovery set from Le Monde Gourmand. It was called Sail Ocean. So I went to go on the Le Monde Gourmand site because I thought of all people it would be on there, because Ulta only has the spray for it, like the body mist for it. They don't have the actual perfume. And when I went on the Le Monde Gourmand site, they don't have it either. So did they discontinue the perfume in Sail Ocean? Because out of that discovery set, that was my favorite. That was my absolute favorite. And then I saw some person in one of the scent groups selling it because they was trying to sell a bunch of their fragrances. And when I asked about the fragrance, she hadn't even had it up that long. And she said it was already sold. Somebody else had already bought it. So obviously it's a well-loved fragrance. So I don't know why they discontinued it. Now they have another one out, which I will share with you in a minute. That's called The Beach or something. But they don't have Sail Ocean. So I don't know. So if anyone knows anything about what happened with that one, drop it down below, because I'm curious why they still got the body mist for it, but they're not keeping the perfume anymore. Because why have the body mist if the perfume, if nobody's wanting the scent? So obviously someone's loving the scent if you're still trying to sell it in a body mist. I don't know. I digress. All right, so these are some of the affordable options that I picked up that I also had been on my wish list that I had. You know how you can save your love, your different things, and save them in your wish list for a while or whatever. I will have something sitting in my wish list for a long time. I mean, sometimes I got stuff in my Sephora loves that been there for years at this point. Because I'm like, one day you'll go on sale, or, you know, either I'll love you eventually, or I just won't ever get you, and you'll come out of there eventually. Because after they do their different sales, I may be more interested in something else by the time that year comes up. Because like I said before, I will put something on the loves, I will put something on the wish list, and I will wait. I will wait until that thing clearance is down, or they have like this time of year where the brands are dropping all the sales because they're trying to meet their whatever their agenda was for the year of how much they can sell. So they would discount things and they would throw out coupons and gift cards or what have you. That's the time I go shopping. So you're going to see a lot of hauling around this time, but it's because I held out on making the purchases. So with all that being said, these are some of the other affordable options from Ulta. This Cherry Baby from the Truly brand was one that I've been wanting ever since I got that unicorn fruit, which you know I love. That unicorn fruit is so good. It was on my tray during the spring, summertime. Love it. Love it. So I was like, this has been in and out my cart so many times in Ulta, but I never did want to pull the trigger on it. But I finally did now. The deal was good enough for me to be like, oh, add the cart. So Truly Cherry Baby is what this one is. And this one is, what size is this? It's a 50 ml. And this one says that it has with notes of black cherry, jasmine, and tonka. Yeah, and so then that's the keynote. So the black cherry and anise is in the top. Then the middle has jasmine and raspberry. And then the base has tonka bean and amber. And that's what it's showing on this picture here. So that's what the notes are for Cherry Baby here. So one that's great for this time of year. The other three were ones that I picked up from the Pacifica line, because that's another brand that I picked up a couple of them. The Island, the vanilla one and the coconut one. Yes, I was loving on those in the summertime. So these other ones were on my list of wanting to get them. So the first one is the Pacifica Passion Fruit. So that's this one. And this one says it has passion fruit, pineapple, and petitgrain. So got this one. And then the other one was Pacifica Silver Moon. And this one says that it has cardamom, vanilla, and clove. And Dream Moon. So Dream Moon says that it has pink rose, patchouli, and sandalwood. So I wanted to test these out as well. They've been on the list. Very good price on these. So add those to the Pacifica collection. And the rest of these were from the Lamar & Gourmand site. So like I said, they have them all in these little baggies. So I have to individually pull those out. I did confirm they were all here, but I hadn't taken them out of the bags yet. This first one, it has a little yellow juice to it, which is kind of funky. It's Rice de Mang. So this is the one that's supposed to have that, I think it's mango rice or something like that. I believe this one is. So I got all of these because of the notes are the ones that intrigue me the most. The next one is Aura de Vanille. So Aura de Vanille, looks like this one was in collaboration with someone. They got their signature on there. I know Lamar & Gourmand does do collaborations with some creators. So that must be one of those. Lake de Coco. This one was another one that was one of the travels that I tried that was part of that same discovery set that I had that had that Sail Ocean in it. So this one was another one that I did enjoy. So I went ahead and got the bigger bottle of these. And these are all 30 mils. 1 fluid ounce, 30 mils. So these are about the same size as the duos, what the duos come in. This next one is that Fraise. I'm not going to even murder these names. There you go. You can see them. But this one has a pink juice to it. This is that petal one. Santal Supreme. And this is that one right here, La Beach. So different color and everything. I'm sure it's a different scent. Because at one point I was thinking, well, maybe they just renamed the other one. But it's not even the same color. So we will be going over these. Because I wouldn't do a dedicated brand review to this. Because I still have some of the other scents that's still part of that discovery set as well. So we'll be sure to do a follow-up on these. And I may just do a Le Monde Gourmand video talking about all of these. So you can kind of have a reference to the scents all in one video. So we'll do that. But that is this collective haul. Things I got from Amazon, Ipsy, and Ulta. So be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Give me a big thumbs up. If you enjoyed this video, comment down below. What are some of your favorite scents that you've picked up from the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, the last few weeks of sales? What were some of your go-to favorites that you had on your wish list that you wanted to bring home? I would love to know. Give me some thoughts about the background. I'm open to thoughts because I'm really wanting to personalize it and make it more of me. So tell me what you think of that down below as well. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.